Hey love, so I have had back-to-back events for 3-4 days now, and that's why I'm in the car, but I didn't want to leave anybody hanging. I didn't want anybody to feel like I just totally forgot about them. It's just been back-to-back stuff, life. I took all summer off to be with my kids, and this week I went back to work, which was just ironically the same time as the in-person training for the training that I took last year, and I'm helping support this year's cohort. So that being said, I wanted to reach out a little bit, and I'm going to focus on the road obviously, but I just wanted to make myself known for one, and to explain how the space works. That way it kind of clears up some questions. I know that there wasn't any like visual examples of how the space is going to work, so I want to explain it. So every month we're going to gather on Zoom from 6:45 to 8, and it may run a little bit later. I love really just taking my time, and I love talking to everybody and hearing everybody's voice and answering any questions too. And like if something pops up in the chat, I want to be able to answer it. So it may run over. If you can't stay past 8, that's totally fine. But every month is going to have a different theme, and I am a certified somatic wound healing facilitator and nervous system specialist and feminine physiology educator. So I do a lot of different things, and I'm blending all of it into this live practice space every month so that women become more aware of their bodies, they become more in relationship with their bodies, and the body literacy becomes an authority to where you have full control over your body. And that's my entire mission on this planet, is for women to feel safe to be seen, for women to feel safe to express, women to feel just safe in general, to be who they are and do what they want to do and know their body and trust themselves enough that whatever they do in life, they know that it's okay. And they're in their power. Like, I just as a little background, I completely lost myself as a mom. Like, my identity was shattered, and I had no idea what songs I liked. I didn't know what food I liked. I didn't know what color I liked. I didn't know what I wanted to go do in my free time. If I had free time, I never really got free time. And I was on a journey after I learned that my throat chakra was blocked and I wasn't using my voice after some narcissism, control, and tendencies from somebody else. And I was raised with a parent that was very submissive and suppressing their emotions. So there was just a lot of healing to do. And I mean, even when I say that, I can feel it right here. And I grieve my mother because I don't have a mom. So all of that goes into my work. My work wasn't just put into my 3 certifications. It's a lived experience, which is just really valuable in my opinion. So back to what I was saying. Each month is going to have a different theme. And for example, one of them is going to be the connection between the throat and the womb. And one of them will be expanding your capacity. And another one will be understanding your nervous system. And another one is going to be play, expression, dance, things like that, to where you feel safe enough to play, you feel safe enough to dance. And like, I don't know how to dance, but you'll find me like just like busting out a move every now and then, and it's because I built that capacity in my nervous system to feel safe enough to do so. And so we're going to do different things each month based on the theme. And since I am a feminine physiology educator and I do womb healing sessions, there are going to be times where I will guide you for a breast massage or teach you how to do yoni mapping. And if you're not comfortable with that, you can totally skip it, or you can watch the replay and do it on your own. And you're more than welcome to have your camera off at any point. And if there's a point where you're just like, this isn't it, that's okay too. Like, I'm not for everybody and everybody's not for me, but my goal is just to bring women back to their bodies, and in a way that they don't feel like they don't have control. So typically the most sacred parts of us are our breasts, are our vaginas, are the body parts that we were taught to shame. So we do talk about things like that. We do talk about grief, shame, fear, guilt, all of those emotions. We do talk about the things that bring us joy, the things that make us feel alive and pleasure and power and things like that too. So each month we'll have the theme and we'll have the call, and everyone will be together. You can ask questions, you can be witnessed, you can be seen, and kind of come over that fear if that's something that you have. And then I'm going to start another one because this one's already 5 minutes and I don't want it to not end because it's so long. Okay, so besides the monthly call, I have started a Telegram chat just for the softening space. So anybody that's in the softening space is going to be in the chat. It is optional to participate, but every Monday I'm going to drop in, like, I don't want to call it homework, like an assignment or anything, but like something that gets your gears going so that you can practice and embody the theme each month. So every Monday, there's gonna be 4 different ways that I'm gonna drop in with you guys and say, here's what's coming up for me this week, and here's how you can practice and test yourself and challenge yourself and show up for yourself in this way to correlate with this theme. So there's that, and then y'all can talk to each other at any point. I'm not going to be like, it's only for me to talk to you guys. That's kind of the whole point of the chat, is so that we don't feel alone. This year, I have done a lot of events in person, and I just keep hearing women tell me how alone they feel and how they wish they had a village, and wish they had someone that didn't judge them when they told them something that might be shameful. And that's what this space is for. So it's for that connection with the women in the group. It's for me to drop in with you guys, and also to just drop little love notes and little prayers and voice memos and things like that. And then the first month is half off. So if you join anytime before, I think, August 24th, it's half off. And the first one is July 29th at 6:45, so next Wednesday. And the calls will be recorded. If you ever miss any of them, it will be there for you. Yeah. I'm so excited for this because I feel like a big part of healing, everybody's healing, right? We're all healing, but there's not a lot of space to do it, with other women that are also healing, and in a place that's affordable, and in a place where we explore these kind of edgy themes and topics that's very like nuanced and not talked about enough. So we're going to do things like somatic storytelling. We're going to do things like breath work. We're going to do guided visual meditations. We're going to do self-touch. We're going to do lots of different things, and that's kind of why the landing page was somewhat vague. Like I thought it was like explanatory, but since it wasn't, that's okay, and I'm more than happy to explain it. I'm always more than happy to hop on a phone call too, but because each month is going to look different, and we're going to use different techniques, and we're going to blend different modalities together, it's hard to say this month is going to be this and this is what we're going to do, because a big part of how I lead my work is tuning into you guys and tuning into the people that I care for under my work, that seeing like what you guys need and what do you feel like you need and what do you want out of this. And once I get to know you guys better, and like I put a little survey out there or something like that, I'll start doing something like that to where there's kind of like an itinerary slash plan set up, like a schedule, so you know what you're like getting into. But I explained everything that needed to be explained, like the self-touch, the yoni work, talking about intimate parts of yourself, and none of it is ever for pleasure. Let me just put that out there right now. A big part of my work and being body literate to me and in control of your body means that you are touching your body in a way that you're not asking for anything in return. You are just learning and listening and witnessing and observing your body, your tissues, yourself, so that you know what that feels like. So you know what those stories are that live in your body. So you know that when you touch this spot, there's a lot of grief here and you need to work with it. Or if you touch something down there, you know that there's something that maybe you need to work through that you thought you were over, you know? So it's always different for everybody. And that's a big reason why I do have the chat, is so that if there is, for any reason, something that ever comes up, I am not the person that's going to be like, yeah, you can hop on a phone call with me, but that's going to be $50. That's not who I am. My business is my heart. My heart is my business, and it is rooted in community together. So there's never going to be a time where I'm going to be upset that somebody is having a breakthrough or having emotions or wants to ask a question, and that's what this space is for. So now that it's almost 6 minutes long and there's 2 of them, let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if there's anything that you need. Let me know if there's anything that stands out to you, anything that